I get so excited when I get to try new complexion products. And again, I get so excited to try new makeup, but this is actually pretty exciting. So I get to try the new Makeup For Ever HD Skin Foundation. They sent it to me in 2 different shades so that I can see which one matches the most. Give it a try and review it. Here's the thing, I feel like I love social media so much because they get you really excited for products, right? They hype it up. They show you how it works. You get so excited you want to run out and buy it. But that's just 95%. The other 5%, I kind of get iffy about every situation because of the fact that a lot of times they hype you up, but they don't tell you what the wear is like. They don't tell you if it's gonna work for every skin or not, right? And so we all look at these people and their skin looks amazing, pretty much flawless, no pores, no dark spots, no under eye circles or anything like that. And then they'll sit here and get you really excited, but you don't know if it's gonna work for you and your skin type. I'm gonna do a wear test on this foundation and I'm gonna tell you how it applies, what it looks like. We're gonna do as per usual, sponge on one side, brush on the other, whether or not it dries kind of like to a powder finish or if it's tacky and you need to set it. We're gonna do all of that. And then I'll show you what it looks like in the end. I'll let you know how it plays with other products. And then I'll come back hours later and tell you, like, show you what my face looks like at the end of the day. Wish me luck, because I'm really excited for this product. Now, I did not pay for this. This was sent to me. I always disclose that to you guys. I have 2 different shades. This shade, the moment I pulled it out, I was like, oh no, this is too dark for mama. This is like dark, but I want to show you the packaging, okay? So simple and sleek. Love the nude. It's very different for them because they typically do like the black caps. So this was very different and you still get a pump. I initially was like twisting it, thinking it was a twist up to open, but it's not. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful packaging. But then again, it's Makeup For Ever. Hello. This is the shade 3Y52 or Y445. This is too dark for your girl. Even if I were to tan, this is way too dark and yellow for me. However, they also sent over 3R44 or I guess it's the equivalent of R410 of their original. And this one look like it's gonna be a good match. So I'm so excited for that. I showed you guys the packaging. Let's pump her. I did prep my skin, by the way. I'm gonna skip primer or anything like that. I just wanna see how it flows. Just wanna show you guys what it's gonna look like if you didn't have a primer. Now, bear in mind, I do have combination skin. It's normal combo. I may get somewhat oily here, but not to the point that I need to powder. I do not powder throughout the day at all whatsoever, and I typically do not set my foundations all over my skin. I can get away with not doing that. I will only set my skin if the finish is like super tacky, like a serum, then at that point I will set. So if you're new to my channel, that's what my skin is like. And I live in Florida, so I can get away with not powdering my skin on hot days, which is great. I did prep my skin with the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dew Drops. I did 2 pumps of that all over the face. And now we're gonna do 2 pumps of this foundation. Actually, I'm gonna do just the 1 pump. I'm gonna go in with a brush and we're gonna start to apply. I'm gonna do, because I typically do 2 pumps. So like for the entire face. So I am gonna do 1 pump. Oh, that's a nice match. I'm gonna do 1 pump and I'm going to apply that all over this skin. If you want to know what brush I'm using a Luxie 730. It is a liquid foundation brush. And no, it is not a favorite, but all my other face brushes are dirty and the baby's in the room. Okay, so this is just the 1 pump. I think it looks nice. It somewhat balanced my skin out, so it all kind of like looks even, and you can still see through to my freckles, which I really like because I like my freckles. So, okay. So this is the side with the brush, literally just the 1 pump. I do want to see whether or not it's buildable. Say that I were to do 1 more pump on this side, but then that means it's a total of 4 pumps all over the face. I don't know. This is what it looks like. Just 1 pump brush. We're going to do 1 pump with a sponge. And let's compare. Let's see which tool this applies best with. Here is the side with the sponge. To me, it kind of looks the same. I feel like I got more coverage on the brush side, but that would make sense. A sponge would typically absorb some of your product. So you're not gonna get the same like full one pump distributed and blended out throughout the entire face. But I think it looks good. But you guys see, like, at least the foundation on the brush side covered this up a little more, and then on this side it's kind of like, hello, we're still here. So, but it did balance out the skin. It looks good. It's a good shade. By the way, it's not oxidizing. It looks the same way on my skin. It's been 2 minutes and it looks the same as when I just applied it. So it looks good. It matches. It's a good shade match for me. I want to see. It's kind of tacky, but it's not tacky. Again, this is just one pump on either side. So I don't know if it's gonna get tackier because it's not gonna dry completely. I can feel that already. I don't know if it's gonna get tackier if I were to add one more pump, but I wanna see how buildable it is. I wanna see if I do one more pump on both sides and blend it in with each tool. Of course, whether or not we're still going to be able to see my freckles, is it gonna look natural? Let's see, I'm gonna do it. One pump, my brush. Because I don't like foundations when they feel super heavy. I can manage making them not look cakey because, I mean, hello, right? Like, I know how to avoid that. But I also want it to feel like second skin, like I have nothing going on. Here is the second layer with the brush. You can still see my freckles. It looks, I think, better. It has way more coverage, much more balance, but you can still see through to my skin, which I really like. And you can definitely see a difference. This side seems a little lighter. This one just has more coverage. But it looks good. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Add one more pump on the left with my sponge. I might as well pop some on my lips. The left side does have slightly less coverage, but it looks really good. You can still see some freckles, but it didn't really cover like this under eye area as much as the brush side. But it looks good. I cannot complain. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy, and it definitely does not look weird. And I am impressed with how good this shade match is right about now. It looks odd because I applied some of that foundation on my lips, so now it's kind of like, I look like a blank canvas. So let me do one of these now that it's set. It's set, but it's still kind of tacky, so we are gonna have to somewhat powder the skin. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead, put the rest of my face on, and I'll be right back. I take that back. Okay, I waited an extra like 2 to 3 minutes, and it is getting slightly darker and slightly pink. So initially when I applied it was like my perfect shade, and now it's just shifting just a smidge, as you guys can see the difference on like my face and my neck. I can definitely fix that because once I set the foundation with the powder, it's gonna get lighter when I'm putting it out there, because you know I like to keep it real, okay? I'm looking at myself, I'm like, I am starting to look kind of pink. What is going on? But that's the update. All right, my face is on, guys. You know what? I feel like the foundation worked really well with so many products, from the bronzer to like the blush. I think it worked really, really well. And once I applied my powder, which the powder that I used is the Givenchy Prisma Libre in number 4, it all kind of balanced out. So I feel like if you are gonna set it with the powder, it will work out as long as you got a proper shade that's not gonna oxidize too bad. Now I do have more videos to film today, so we are going to put this look to the test. I'm not using a setting spray, and I did not use a primer. Remember, I did not use a primer. And yes, Cam is here with me, which means I have my hands full today. I have a lot of filming to do, which means we are also going to be under the spotlight. All these lights, several hours. Plus I have errands to run and stuff. So we're really putting this foundation to the test. I applied the foundation at around 9:15. Cam! I applied the foundation around 9:15. Right about now it says 11:10 a.m. So I'll be back. I'll give you guys updates throughout the day. I'll wait a few hours, update you guys there, and then I'll update you guys tonight. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, it is 7:26 p.m. And here is my update. I planned on maybe filming on my phone here and there while I was running my errands, girl. I did 2 curbside pickups, cooked dinner. We had dinner, hence why my lippy is pretty much gone. I cleaned my house. I dealt with Cam and Ty, and I feel as though my kids have decided together that it would just be amazing to gang up on me. Hence, my shirt is gone because I feel like when you're a mom, it's impossible to keep the same damn shirt on an entire day and for it to remain clean. Plus they all have bacon neck because Cam has this thing with tugging on it. So we're having a moment. However, I haven't had a chance to really look at my skin. I don't powder in between when I'm doing wear test, and again, I never have time to really powder in between, so that tells you something. Here's what my makeup looks like at the end of the day. Again, now it's 7:27 p.m. I'm gonna I haven't looked at myself. Let's see. What does this look like? First of all, something's going on. I need a, I can't see from afar. Hold on. I need a mirror because I close my eyes and I feel like the glue from my lash band is doing something. And I get it. So what happened was I am exhausted and I am one margarita in, so judge me if you will. But I was putting Cam to nap and I was watching TikToks, and there was one that was literally my husband and me. So I was in tears laughing. It was so good. Anyway, so that's probably why it's like sticking on the inner corner. Like maybe the adhesive is doing a thing. First of all, this eyeshadow stuck all day. Looks phenomenal. And yes, the video is already up. So make sure you check the description box or up here, and I'm gonna link that. So let's see. I'm checking like the sides of my nose. Let's really look at it. Around my lips, under my eyes, that's a big deal. So under the eyes, I don't really count so much, only because I do go in with concealer over it, so it would be unfair to judge the foundation based on having a concealer on top. The rest of my face looks really good. It hasn't shifted, it hasn't moved. It did somewhat fade around this area, so you can see a little bit of my little mustache that I have going on. But it hasn't like creased around this area, which sometimes happens depending on the formulation of a foundation. And I'm really happy that even though it did kind of oxidize, which it wasn't too bad, but it did oxidize slightly, I'm happy that I was able to apply a powder on top of it and it just balanced out because it looks really good on my skin. And I needed to use a powder because it had that tacky feeling. Now, this here is the highlighter that I applied on my skin, but the rest of my face, again, it's just the initial powder that I applied, the Givenchy, but I haven't gone in with any more powder. I honestly think this wore beautifully throughout the day. And I sweat, girl. Like I did curbside grocery pickup at 2 different supermarkets, but then I had to bring it in and then I had to put it away. And my husband was working at the office, so he was not home. And I had to do it all by myself. He usually helps. So your girl had a little bit of like a sweat sesh and a little workout today. But yeah, I think it looks really good. Still looks very natural. It doesn't feel oily or weird or anything, so I'm really happy with this foundation. And it says a lot. I have no setting spray and no primer on my face, and it wore like a dream the entire day. So do I recommend this foundation? Do I think it is one for you to try and snag? Absolutely. I think it's definitely worth the hype. So this one was not like hyped for no reason, but I will say try to go 1 shade lighter if you're able to. That way when it dries and sets and oxidizes slightly, you get a decent shade. Unless you are looking to set your skin, then that's a different story. Let me know down below whether or not you've purchased this foundation or were wondering whether or not it really was good before snagging one of your own. And that is a wrap for today's video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It lets me know that you're liking these kinds of reviews and or videos, and also helps me by letting YouTube know that they should push my videos a little more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.